Welcome or welcome back to Petite Perspective. It's me, just me again. So today's video, I am going to attempt to read for 24 hours again. Now normally I do these with G, and I think I'm gonna say like if the reason that I don't read as much because I barely get through a book in that time period is because we're together and like I'm talking to her and we're discussing things. And if that's the reason why we never get very far, or if I'm just completely unable to do it. So that's what we're going to do today. That's the video today. However, I'm doing it a little bit differently. So the first two times we've tried to like literally stay up for 24 hours and read, and I'm not going to do that. I quite literally can't stay up for that amount of time. I like my sleep. I need my sleep. And also, like, I'm nearly 30. I'm not staying up all night. I've never done that in my life. Today it's Saturday. It is currently 10:15. So whatever time I start this, I'll just let a 24-hour timer like kind of run. Stopping it when I'm not reading. For like long periods of time. Like if I go to the toilet, I'm not going to stop the timer for when I go to the toilet. But like for example, if like when I'm making lunch or eating lunch or whatever, or making dinner, then I'll stop the timer. But I'm just going to see how many books I can read in a 24-hour time period. So today it's Saturday, so I've not got any plans today. My plans is this is my plans. I think I can probably do about 11 hours, maybe a little bit less. Might do 10. I think I'm going to aim for 10 today. And then tomorrow, I'm out in the afternoon with my mum for her and my sister for my mum's birthday. So tomorrow morning I'll have time, and then obviously tomorrow evening. So again, I'll just set the timer, and then I'll just see how much I get through on this weekend, and then use the rest of the week to make up the other 24 hours. I don't really have any plans this week, apart from obviously going to work. I've got a couple of Pilates classes booked, but yeah, that's the plan. That's the video. Let's get into it. Oh, I probably should tell you about the book we're reading. I started reading The Sentence 2 days ago. So I'm about 100 pages in, so I'm going to finish this first before I start something else, because I'm quite into this. And I think I'm going to try and really switch up my genres to make it like easier to kind of get through. And I'm kind of picking up the shorter books that I have on my shelf. So if it's around the 300 page mark, then I'll probably will read it. Or try to, just because I think that's probably the easiest way of doing it. So we're starting with The Sentence. This is about a prosecutor. It's like basically it's set in a world where the death penalty, for every single time someone sentenced someone to death, if they get it wrong, then the prosecutor then also gets sentenced to death. This story tells, like, so obviously someone's obviously gone to prison, has been put on a life sentence, and new evidence has come to light that makes it seem like they may have got it wrong. So where I'm at the minute, like we haven't really got, like, it's kind of building up the story. It's a little bit, I was enjoying it. I thought it was going to go a certain way, but I'm not like fully sure on how I feel about it. So I'm just going to read this. It's about 300 pages, so I think on my Kindle, because I was reading it on my Kindle yesterday, I've got about 5 hours to finish it, I think. So if I can finish this today and then get a good way through a second one, I'll be really happy with that. So that's the plan. So let's set the timer. This iPad is disgusting, just so you know. And we're off. Timer has been set. I will check in with you guys when I've got something interesting to say, I guess. Okay, I'm coming up to the 2-hour mark. I've only got like 150 pages left of this book. Nothing's really happening, and I'm starting to get a bit bored, but I don't know whether to just carry on with it or do I start something else. I think I might just carry on with it and just get it done. Like maybe something's gonna happen. I don't know, there keeps being like hints of something happening and then like nothing happens. So I'm not really sure on it, to be honest. Just thought I'd check in. Not that I've done any reading since I last spoke to you, because I've got a confession to make. I was stopped the timer because I thought, oh, I just need to shut my eyes for about 10 minutes. I slept for an hour. I've basically had an hour nap. So I've lost an hour of the day. Made myself a little slice of avocado on sourdough. Should have toasted it. Oh, see, I'm not even with it. So I'm gonna continue with my little break, eat that, and then we're gonna get back into it. We're only at page 200, so I did read a little bit more before I fell asleep. I'm basically on page 200. So I've only got like 130 pages left. I could do this. I can at least finish one book. If I could finish this one and then start another one today, that would be good. That would be good. But I'll check back in when we start again. I'm back, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna move because I don't think sitting on this sofa. I've never fallen asleep that hard on this sofa. Everyone else has. Definitely this sofa is made of something magic. But we're gonna go into the book corner with my book and we're gonna start. We're gonna start again. Not again, but we're gonna carry on. I've got my water, I've got my timer, I've got my book. Let's go. And we're done. Finished the sentence and I still have 19 and a half hours left of this challenge. It's a good job I'm not staying awake this whole time because I don't think I could do that. Yeah, this wasn't great, to be honest. I thought it was going to be better than it was, but I'll save my full ratings for the end of this video. We now need to pick our next book. I think we're going to go with Love and Other Words for today. We'll take this one with us because I can get through this I think today and probably finish it tomorrow. I've still got quite a few hours to go. Okay, I'm 93 pages in. I've been reading for 6 hours. I just paused the timer at 18 hours and 9 minutes. I've basically read like 100 pages in like an hour, pretty much. This book is just perfection so far. I think I'm gonna fly through this. I think this was a really good idea to pick this book up. I'm really loving it. I'm in love with Elliot, like so in love with Elliot. Yeah, big fan. It's now like 6:30, so I'm gonna take a reading pause and get some food, get some dinner. I need to finish editing and upload this week's vlog. I'm gonna do that whilst I eat some dinner and then I'll be back to reading for a bit. Hopefully, if I do that, start reading again at 8, I can probably get another couple of hours in, which will put us in at like 8 hours today, which I think is pretty good going. And then I might get up a bit earlier tomorrow and read some more before I have to head out and about. But yeah, this is perfect. This is literally perfection. What was meant to be an hour break turned into nearly 2. Actually, I think it probably was like more like 2.5 because I started watching Bridgerton and I'm 2 episodes in and I'm obsessed. I'm actually obsessed. But we need to stop pausing for things. Otherwise, this challenge is literally gonna take me like 4 years. So it's now 9:15. I think I can get another 2 hours done, which would bring the timer down to 16 hours, which I think makes it more achievable. It's definitely gonna take me a while to get through this, but I think we can do another 2 hours now. And then I'll probably wake up, knowing me, I'll be awake at 7, so we can get a good 3 hours done tomorrow morning for sure. And then I'll do the rest when I get home. So I've got a cup of tea, I've got my timer, I've got my book, and I've got a blanket. So we're all settled. Ready? Let's go. obviously it's now Sunday. I woke up early this morning, caught up on a little bit of YouTube, and then I read for 2 hours. I don't know why it's taken me so long to read this book. This book is quite literally, I think, going to be one of my favourite books of all time. I've only got like 40-ish pages left. I've literally binged this book. I'm reading this one a lot quicker than I read The Sentence. I'm in love with Elliot, like absolutely in love with him. He's so good at communicating. But basically this is about Elliot and Macy, who like meet when they're like 11. They start forming a friendship. Obviously then they become more than friends. They only see each other on like weekends. It's like their weekend retreat. And then something happens and they don't talk for 11 years. And now we've seen each other again because they happen to be in the same place. And like it's the whole whirlwind is just incredible. But obviously like Macy is already in like another relationship. She's like basically engaged. And even that I really like, because normally when there's like that, it always happens, you know, there's always like someone who's in a relationship, and then that relationship, like they might always make, the authors normally tend to make that person seem really bad. But in this one, neither of the like exes are bad people. It's more realistic of what real life situations are like. Yeah, I'm in love with this book so much. I'm so glad I read it. I could finish this now, but I'm gonna eat my breakfast, watch Bridgerton, and save the anticipation of finishing this book when I get home, and then being able to pick up something straight away afterwards. Obviously this 24-hour readathon is going a bit differently because I'm not doing it the way that we normally do it. And in an ideal world, I would have today free as well to kind of just read as much as possible. I've been home now for like 2 hours from the spa, which was lovely. We had such a nice little afternoon. The spa was really lovely. So had a treatment, had a facial, look how glowy my skin is. Did that, came home, made dinner basically, got prepped because tomorrow's Monday, so I'm at work, so I got kind of my lunch ready, my breakfast sorted, and yeah, it's now just gone 8 o'clock. I've got the England Euros game on. Not that I really need to watch it because I literally live next to a pub, so if England are winning, I will definitely hear it. But yes, we are going to finish Love in Other Words. It's not going to take me long. I'm on 365 pages and there is 403 pages to read, so I've literally got like this much. So I'm going to read this, and then obviously I'll need to pick my next book. I really don't know what I'm kind of feeling next. I might switch genres again. I might read Strange Sally Diamond, or I might read like Vicious. Have England scored? But yeah, so I'm going to finish this first. I've got, let's look at the timer. We have got basically 14 hours left. I'm going to probably be able to get another 2 off the board today, maybe 2.5. I'm going to start the timer again. I'm going to finish this, and then I'll come back when I decide what my next book's going to be. I've just finished it. It took me a little bit longer than I thought it was, but I think I was getting distracted by the football. No words. Obviously I'll say my final thoughts, feelings and ratings for the end of the video, but just a masterpiece, I think. Yeah, so that's another book done. So that's 2 books done so far. Just got the timer. I've got 13 hours and 20 minutes left. I'm now going to pick my next book. So I'll come back in a minute and we'll start the timer again. I've picked my next book. I'm going to read Strange Sally Diamond. This was recommended to me by someone at work. I haven't really heard like too much about it. She liked it, she told me I would like it, and that is pretty much all I know about it. This tells a tale of Sally Diamond, who puts her father out with the rubbish when he dies. And then it says, Sally is the centre of the attention, not only from the hungry media and police detectives, but there is also a sinister voice from her past she cannot remember. As she begins to discover the horrors of her childhood, Sally steps into the world for the first time, making new friends and big decisions, and learning that people don't always mean what they say. But who is the man observing Sally from the other side of the world? And why does her new neighbour seem to be obsessed with her? Sally's trust issues are about to be severely challenged. So yeah, it sounds a bit, I think it's a bit like a thriller, very intriguing. So this is what I'm going to start now. I've got 13 hours and 20 minutes left. I'm going to fail the 24-hour readathon because it probably would take me all week to get to the end of the 24 hours. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring you along and see how many books we can read between like now and like Friday. Let's just pretend like this video all along was just seeing how many books I could read in about a week. So it's Monday. I've got back from work and the sun has decided to make an appearance. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of a stroll, listen to a podcast, and then I'm going to walk up to Jamie's because it's a good like 15-20 minute walk up, and then I'll do it obviously all the way back. And I'm bringing Strange Sally Diamond with me to sit and read in the garden for a couple of hours before I walk all the way back home to make dinner. I'm about 40 pages into this book. It's good. I like the way it's written, like it's quite easy to kind of get into, and you're kind of, it's all told from like her perspective, so Sally Diamond, and you're like basically watching as she like learns things about herself and her past and all this stuff that like happened to her and how she like navigates the world, whilst I'm assuming she's probably like autistic or something. That is an assumption I've made, maybe that's completely wrong, but like something's definitely, no, okay, let's scrap that bit. So yes, you're watching as she navigates like her life after both her parents have passed away, and you kind of see like how she's learning about herself, like things that have happened to her in the past and what's kind of led to like where she is today and like how she is. So it's good, I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to listen to a podcast, got my headphones, got my book, I'm going to fill up my water. Let's see how much reading we can get done today. So just thought I'd give a little update on Strange Sally Diamond. We're now in part, well, I've been in part 2 for a while now actually, but in part 2 you get like Sally's point of view, which we've had the whole time, and then someone else who's quite important to the story. We also get their like retelling of things that happened from a certain point in Sally's story. The timelines are different, so like some of it's in like 1980, as in this other POV is in 1980, and Sally's is obviously nowadays. Anyway, there's like a point in Sally's bit where she's talking about her conversation that she's had with a police officer, and they like basically reference something that's obviously like really poignant to the story, but it's done in such like a casual way that like unless you like know what's going on, because obviously you're reading the book, you would like completely miss it. And it's like told in like a way that would make like exactly how it would be in like a normal life, because you wouldn't have all the other information of kind of the other stuff that's like being explained from the other person's point of view, if that makes sense. And I've never seen a book kind of do that in such like a subtle way. You as the reader know, like have the inside knowledge, but obviously like the other character doesn't, because it's obviously like not part of their story. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm going up to the 200 page mark, which means I've only got like 150 so pages left. I'm going to read for a couple of hours now, and then if I don't finish it today, then I'll definitely finish it tomorrow, which means we can start a new book together. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. This is Thursday today. I feel like I haven't spoken to you in a while, and that's because, well, I guess I haven't, because I didn't speak to you yesterday. Yesterday I finished Strange Sally Diamond. It was really good. It was surprising, like not surprisingly good. It was good. I just wasn't expecting the story to kind of go the way that it went. But it was good, yeah. Like it was just interesting to kind of see how the things that happened to you when you were a child, like the level of influence and the impact it can have, and how like, you know, things can then be like triggering and send you back to like your ways, I guess. So that was the book. So I finished that yesterday, and then I started Olivia Blake's Alone With You in the Ether. So starting it, so far I've only read like I think like 20 pages. It's very clever. Like, it feels like the writing is a little bit too like clever, and I'm gonna have to use a lot of brain power to read it. But that also could be because I started it like as I was going to bed, so that could also be the factor that's influenced that. But we'll see. We're getting ready for work now, and I'm going to, well, not read until I get home actually. Happy Thursday. Well, that's another work day done. I'm now going to sit and read Alone With You in the Ether in my small little sun trap. Let me just show it to you. So the sun in the evening comes right into my flat. So from like 5 o'clock until like 8, this little section here is just always full of sun. And it's quite possibly like my favourite place to sit. So I'm going to move my chair a little bit further forward so I can have the sun pretty much all evening. But yeah, I'm gonna read some more of Alone With You in the Ether. I only started this yesterday, so I haven't really got that far into it. Should get a good bunch read now, I think. In this video that started off as a 24-hour readathon and then just turned into a read with me this week, we read The Sentence by Christina Dalcher. I gave this like a 3-star. It was okay. I thought it was going to be better than what it was. I was really excited to read this, and it just kind of fell a bit flat for me. I feel like there was just so much, it could have been done so much better, and there could have been so much more done with this that would have made it like a really, really good like book, but it just kind of fell a bit flat. Then the next book we read together was Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren, and I loved this book. This was a 5-star for me. Literally, I'm still thinking about this. I was thinking about Elliot and Macy. So this definitely is deserving of its 5-star status. Really enjoyed this book. Then we kind of finished, we started and read Strange Sally Diamond, which was really good. I think I gave this 3.75, but like it's almost a 4. Actually, I probably would give this a 4. I think we're probably going to give this a 4. It was just really good. I was so intrigued by this. It was told in such a different way that I've never kind of seen before, and I'm really glad I read it. It was a bit dark. I think it touched on some really important topics, so I'm really glad I read that. And then we started Alone With You in the Ether. I've got about 80 pages into this now, I think, yeah. So we'll be carrying on with this as this week ends, but I thought I would end this video here because I'm not going to finish this by the end of this week. So yeah, thank you for joining me on what was another failed 24-hour challenge. But I turned it into a read with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did, and tell all your friends about us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.